In politics, you're either on message or you're losing. Let's get to it. Welcome to On Message, a weekly look at where the battle lines are drawn and who is winning the ever-important war of words. This week, message inoculation. That's a term used by communication professionals to describe the strategy of staking out your position on an issue before it becomes a problem. It's otherwise known as getting ahead of the story or controlling the narrative. Now, I said in a video 2 weeks ago that Governor Cox was smart to recognize that the message that matters most was quickly going to shift from testing and case rates to vaccines and vaccine distribution. This past Sunday was that tipping point. The Salt Lake Tribune published 2 stories in Sunday's paper. One billed as an exclusive with the longest headline you've ever seen. Utah declines to disclose when vaccines arrive or who gets them, while pharmacies dispute doses are sitting on shelves. State health officials moved quickly to respond to the story, and the Tribune posted a second story later that evening that cleared things up a bit for the administration. The Cox team issued a statement to the media declaring that Utah had administered 100% of the first doses received 7 days ago, and that they anticipated the same would be true for this week, so they were fighting back. Kudos for the quick response, especially considering many people weren't going to see either story until Monday morning anyway. Getting your message out in each story helps you win a news cycle, or at least not lose by forfeit. And that daily battle for a news cycle adds up to a win or loss in the overall war to control the narrative. But the narrative is so much more difficult to control, and even when you have an answer for every allegation, you can't win if you're always playing defense. Message inoculation is about being on offense to prevent having to play defense. It's the equivalent of game management, and it's a real uphill battle. When it comes to vaccine distribution, at some point, people are going to wonder why they don't know anyone who has gotten the vaccine, or they heard from a friend who heard from a neighbor who said his grandma couldn't get an appointment to get a vaccine. Whether those types of stories are real or fake, local or on the other side of the country, they all add up and have an impact on the narrative. I still believe the Cox team would benefit greatly from more prominent and consistent coverage of the number of vaccines distributed each day, or at least each week. Get that number in the headlines. Unlike with daily case counts and death totals, the public doesn't have a frame of reference yet for what vaccine success looks like. Just yesterday, the governor took a step in that general direction, trying to fix that, telling MSNBC that the state had burned through the backlog of vaccines and was now using its full allotment of 33,000 each week. And Thursday, he held a press conference to announce more vaccine is in fact on the way. Still, the administration hasn't been able to drive home what constitutes a good day or week of vaccination. Set the expectation by telling the public what the goal is each day, and then report what you've done, good, bad, or ugly. It may seem like a small thing, but it can have a significant impact. In short, change the narrative to what you're doing well, and you'll have fewer bad headlines to retort. That's it for this week. More on message in the next issue of the Utah Political Underground. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out new issues of the Utah Political Underground every Friday at utpolunderground.com. Even better, go there and subscribe so you get our digital issue in your inbox each week. This week's cover story, a look at Utah's federal delegation freshmen and how they're adjusting to life in the U.S. Capitol.